Hello, welcome to another episode, actually the first one of 2024 of the Independent Creator Podcast. And tonight we're actually going to be taking a look into some new up and coming live streaming services or platforms or however you want to call them that are just coming into beta pretty much. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about SharePlay and we're going to talk about LiveSpace. So strap in, folks. Let's actually get into it, shall we? Now, with the live streaming universe, as it were, there's really only a few big places that one can go to do live streaming. There's Twitch and there's YouTube. Twitch is pretty much like the king maker of live streaming, gaming, and outdoors, any kind of IRL kind of content, anything you can think of is pretty much you can find it over on Twitch. But the problem is a lot of people are being not really disassociated, but kind of disappointed in some way or shape or form of how Twitch is running things or how things are going on Twitch. So a lot of people are going over to YouTube. And then again, you still have the same capability of a large company controlling, the live streaming space. But with YouTube, it's live streaming is not their priority, as it were. They're more focused on the short form content, with long form as it's a close, like 1.5, maybe second place. And then of course live streaming is right there towards the end. They have made some great changes with the live streaming aspect on YouTube, but the problem is that it's YouTube. it's a major, huge, multi-billion-dollar conglomerate of just a monster of itself. It's not to say that Twitch is any better. Twitch is a large live streaming service, but the thing is that YouTube commands the greater mind share of the world market, while Twitch is, it's big in North America and some places in Europe, but the majority of Twitch audience and content creators are in North America. I'm talking the US, Canada, Mexico, and Central America. Now, there are also in South America as well, in Brazil and Argentina and other places. But the majority of these content creators are in North America. And the recent changes that Twitch has gone through regarding, adding more ads, or pretty much saying that if you want more money, you have to run more ads on your live stream. And then you're going to have to change how you create content and go through the motions of creating that content by creating your content around ads, because they want you to do at least 3 minutes of ads per hour. And if you don't, well, you're not going to get that much money. And they also want you to persuade your viewers to go to subs and using bits. And that's a great thing. That's monetization is a great option. But the problem is when you're kind of forcing your content creators to take on ads, or shoehorning ads into their content, it's kind of counterculture to what Twitch had been, or it pretty much almost continues to be, is a gamer scuffed kind of production value kind of way about how things are going. The culture of Twitch is pretty much not be as best produced and just go fly off the handle, or not off the handle, but fly off the cuff. It's very ad lib kind of mentality. And when people are saying, oh, you got to do all these ad breaks and you got to put this stuff in, you got to do this, do that just to get paid, a lot of people that are finding themselves on the outskirts of what they thought Twitch was going to be. Now, it's one thing to, look into Twitch as, you can start up there. It's no problem. And a lot of people have actually made their start. I've started my content creator journey on Twitch back in the day, and I moved around to different platforms. It's just one of those things that you have to contend with, and that what you want to. Let me put it this way: it's one of the places where you want to make sure you feel comfortable with. Now, there have been other alternatives to Twitch throughout the years. There was Mixer. Mixer was a great alternative. Prior to Mixer, when Microsoft bought it, and that's when they changed their name to Mixer, it was known as Beam. And that was kind of like a grassroots kind of content creator first kind of atmosphere. And of course, when a large company takes over, then, you lose some of that grassroots feeling, there was Trovo. Trovo is still around. It's mostly more geared towards the European, Asia market and South America. It does have a somewhat small North America or English speaking content creators are on there, but the majority of it is non-North American. Let's just say that. And I've touched on it in the past before. Trovo started out as a great thing. The thing was that they decided to incorporate monetization. They kind of gamified things a little bit too much. They just kept compounding on a gamification elements that it's essentially drove away a lot of the English-speaking North American audience and content creators. So it's a different mindset than what you would normally see on Twitch. Now, there was also some other small ones. Was it Gleam? Or I think it was Gleam. It was some kind of, it was a small upstart. There was Glimish. There was also another small upstart that did have promise at the very beginning. Unfortunately, with some kind of mismanagement and not putting out any kind of promotion or getting it had its foot in the door, but it had its pinky toe in. That's pretty much it. Unfortunately, it didn't last too long. I think it was about 1.5 to 2 years. And it ultimately failed. It closed down. It closed up shop. Now, we do have 2 up-and-coming live streaming platforms or services. They are SharePlay, which had just came into beta not too long ago, about a month ago. And we also have LiveSpace that came into beta a little bit longer. It's been a couple months. I think it's almost been 6 months. Yeah, I want to say about 6 months that LiveSpace has been in beta. Now, out of the 2, they do have to contend with that. Truthfully, they do have to compete with the likes of Twitch and other places like that in order to get people to come into as content creators to stream on those platforms. Plus, also to have those creators bring in their community, their audience, and just the random people that are just looking for something new. So we're going to take a look. Let's take a look at SharePlay firstly. SharePlay is, like I said, just started in beta about a month ago. They opened it up to a select few at first to allow streaming on the platform. Now, they have made some changes here and there. Most notably is that if you're looking at the live stream on the left-hand side, where normally you would find your now live streams that the people who you follow, the channels that you follow when they're live, they have these pretty cool graphics of the games the channels are playing that are taking up the background of these particular sections. Now, of course, you can collapse it, and it still has that graphic. So it's kind of like it's a nice little thing that they've done, because if you go to Twitch, you'll have the same kind of setup. You have your carousel, you got your channels for you that recommended. You also have your followed over here. So it's kind of I don't want to call it a cliche of a live streaming service. What it's going to look like. It's going to look like a template like this. They've gone past that. Yes, they used kind of template, because if it's not broken, don't try to, if it's not broke, don't fix. So copy what works pretty much. And a lot of people, I want to go back to the time when Trovo first came out, and people were saying, "Oh, is this a copy of Twitch but green?" Well, yes, they tried to emulate what the Twitch look, because that's the best way to get people to come into your live streaming service if it feels familiar. Now, not to say that you should outright copy Twitch and everything that they do, but you should emulate what is working for Twitch or for these large successful companies that, if you got to make yourself known into the world, and the best way to do that is to emulate some of what is successful on these other places. Yes, you might look similar, but you're not the same. Unless you're Kick, and then of course you pretty much are the same because you're using IVS, which is powers Twitch. So SharePlay has decided to go a different route. They spent years pretty much in like closed testing, closed alpha, I should say, and having only certain days of the week that you have one, maybe two streamers live streaming to the platform. Right now, they have just recently opened up more beta spots to more people that are interested in streaming to to SharePlay. Now, it's not to say that SharePlay is perfect. No, it is not perfect. And that's the reason why for the beta tag. The reason for that is because they're still working on making sure their site runs and functions correctly. Can you spin up OBS and hit live and then be able to be live on the service? Sure. Me personally, I don't know. I still have to put in a ticket, figure out, see if it's an issue, because I don't use OBS. I use Ecamm for all of my live streaming and recording needs. So I don't know, when I hit go live, it on my channel, it does not come up. I have to put in a ticket to say streaming to my channel, it's not showing. And then like 10 minutes later, or maybe 15 minutes later, it's now working, because then someone had gone into the ticket and acted on it. So I don't know if it's because it's Ecamm or it's any kind of other issue at play that is causing this. So I know a lot of people just hit go live, and I believe it's probably a issue with non-OBS software, which I don't think would be the case, but it is what it is. So I'm going to have to get with them and say, hey, this is what I'm running, and we'll have to see what we can go from there. Now, as you can see here, we have, of course, your normal setup here as your multi-channel live streaming service, as it were. You have your For You channel shelf. You have your main carousel that would be filled up with other channels. You have a live play feature stream, which I think this is pretty much just a demo account. Again, like I said, this is all beta. There's lots of changes, and it seems to be changing a lot every week, which is a good thing, because it shows that the people who are working on this are actively working on this. Now, as you saw here, it's also, I'll fast forward through a couple seconds of this stream, because right now it's paused. Well, to me, it seems paused, but in the background, it's actually live. Now, one thing I actually want to point out here is if you go into your account in the upper right, click on your little profile picture, and you go to Play Studio, it opens up your dashboard. And now this is a nice thing. I like how they decided to implement some, it's not a lot of analytics, but it's some analytics that is quite important to many of us content creators, to know what exactly we're doing, how our content, how our streams are doing, Do we get any kind of new followers, new subscribers, and gift subscribers or play coins? You get the idea. It's just that we need to know the analytics of how our content is doing on that particular platform. And it's great to see this is the first page that you come to. Now, I'm not going to say that this is going to stay this way. They'll be adding some more stuff, more than likely, to flesh out your streamer dashboard, which is a great thing to see if that comes down in fruition throughout the rest of the year. But you also have area for your stream key. I'm not going to click on that because it's not for you. You also have your wallet here. You got your payout transactions you can go into if you had subscribers and people are spending play coins on your streams. So it's nice to see that they have fleshed out the analytics side of things, because that's the first thing that a lot of content creators, live streamers want to know, again, is how their live streams are doing. Now, you do have your wallet. You can go and click onto it where you can pay, and everything is through Stripe. I believe they are sticking with Stripe for now because Stripe is good throughout the world. There's less, I know I'm probably going to get roasted for this. There's less trouble or less issues that come up with Stripe than with PayPal. So again, your mileage may vary. If you love PayPal, you might be disappointed. Sorry. That's something that you can actually talk to the people, the developers, the people who run SharePlay on their Discord. They have a link. Where is their link? Go to the home page. So if you want to go to their, not privacy policy, but that you can also look at their privacy policy here. They got their terms of service, privacy policy, cookies, intellectual properties, and so forth. If you go into help, I click on it, that brings up their Discord. So this is a great way that you can actually get any kind of technical support, any kind of suggestion, or if you actually want to join the beta, they have a waiting list. If you go to Beta Set Go, you can go through here after joining the Discord. Make sure you put in your name and say, I'd like to join, or just put your SharePlay account name in there as well. And you'll be on a waiting list for the next, I believe, I think what they said they wanted to do every couple weeks is a new wave of beta invites that people are coming in. So do be sure to check that out. Discord is a great place to find that. And that's SharePlay. Again, it's under beta. There is still a lot of things that are going for it. There's still a lot of things that might be a little issues here and there, but you got to have the mindset that, of course, with these two services I'm talking about, SharePlay, is that it's a beta. It just came into beta, and it's a small dev team, so you have to give them that. They're not, this huge corporation that has multiple hundreds of people that works on the platform. So you gotta give them some some leeway, have some patience, and then try it out. If it doesn't work, it's okay. Just let them know what's not working, because that's all part of being a beta. Is if you come across any issues, let them know in a Discord, and they are actually very quick in taking care of, or letting the community know that they're taking a look into what's going on and trying to fix it as quickly as possible. So again, this is SharePlay.tv. I know the name might, if you just put in SharePlay and do a Google search, you're not really going to get the link directly to it. You'll get Apple SharePlay and a couple other different things that are not that don't pertain to SharePlay. So be sure to go to SharePlay.tv to actually go to the website. It's just the name that they chose. It's okay. That's my only thing I have. Is like, you do know there's other SharePlays out there that kind of kind of bury you in the listings, but it is what it is. And but yeah, I have to say that they are a very small community, or yeah, very small community. The people who are working on it is actually really, really fast on taking care of any kind of issues coming in, responding to the tickets, and oh no, it's a great little place that is a multi-channel live streaming service. So if you're looking for a place for this, out of these two options, SharePlay could be your next home. Now, don't call it your only home because, like I said, there are some issues. So have that in mind. Now, the next place I want to actually look into is this episode is LiveSpace. Now, LiveSpace has taken the multi-channel live streaming aspect and kind of added a little different things to it. The way you see the front page now is not exactly how it's going to be more than likely, because they're constantly making some changes, doing some experimentations on it. The way you look at it now is completely different to how it looked just like a couple weeks ago, or even a month ago. It was even different than that. So again, this is also in beta. It doesn't show it's in beta, but it is. LiveSpace, it's live.space, is another multi-channel live streaming service that has a kind of like a Twitter-esque element to it. You can go into your social feed here, and it'll show the postings that all the people who have accounts here have. It's kind of like a Twitter feed, as it were. And it's a great thing because you can put in like your YouTube links, images, or embed images, and it's just regular posting links. It looks like a lot of people have been posting YouTube videos, which is great and all. But yeah, you're going to look at those places right now. Hey, Fox. Yeah, it's just a great small little up and coming, like I said, multi-channel live streaming places. And now the two, I want to say that LiveSpace is a little bit more stable than SharePlay at its current format right now. So if you're looking more for stability, I would suggest going to LiveSpace. It is SharePlay. SharePlay.tv. It should come up for you. But looking back at LiveSpace, they have, of course, the different categories. They're mostly geared for like gaming. Both of these places are for gaming. That's a great thing about it. But they do offer just chatting side of things. They got sports and fitness, travel outdoors. Music is also really big on LiveSpace. Business and technology, podcast. So yeah, they got a lot that they have categories for that is available for people. And again, I also like the aspect of the social feed as well. That's a nice little touch. Twitch back in the day, they tried something similar to this. It didn't, how they implemented it wasn't the best, I should say. And they quickly grew tired of it and bored of it and just dropped it. And we'll talk about another time about how the current Twitch and things are going with Twitch at the moment, especially at the beginning of this year. But to see that a multi-channel live streaming service is incorporating a social aspect, a social feed into how things are running on their platform and stuff like that. It's a great thing to see, to have something like this, because you can combine your community reaching outlook into the service, and also to keep your subscribers or the people who follow your channel into, keeping up to date. You don't really need to have like a Discord or any other place if you want just to do live streaming. If you don't want to do anything else, that's okay. You do you. But if you actually want to keep your viewers and your followers up to date on what's going on, is that definitely take a look at LiveSpace because of this neat little feature. I like it just because it's neat. It's a great thing to see, really, that integrating a Twitter-like experience, I should say a Twitter Lite-like experience. There's not that much, like I said, you can import or embed your YouTube feeds and some images, and that's pretty much it, except for, and also text. But you can also put in links to other places as well. That's no problem. And you can also have a subscriber only feed. So as you can see here, if I wanted to write a post, I can click this toggle button and make this post only available to my subscribers. They'll be the only ones to see it. So it's nice to say, hey, I have a video coming up that is subscriber only. You can find it here, click on the link, and then your subscribers are the only ones that know about it. Unless someone takes that link and posts it somewhere else, then, that's where we're dealing with kind of trust issues. But that's a far edge case anyways. Now, they do have a dashboard. It's not as it gives you the information that you were looking for. Sorry, I had to sneeze there for a second. It's not as, I should say, as pretty as SharePlay's or YouTube's. But it does give you the options, or it does give you the information that you are needing, like how much is your watch time, how many total viewers, your peak viewers, total streams that you've done, how many followers, and how many are you following. Again, it also goes through Stripe, which is a lot of the times these up and coming platforms and services are deciding to go with Stripe. It's something I've noticed recently in the past couple of years, is that PayPal is kind of, how to put this, it's not very friendly to a lot of businesses, I should say. So a lot of these businesses are going over to Stripe and using them for their monetization and their payment processors. You also have your upload of emotes that you can put into your channel. You don't have to hit a particular number. Yeah, PayPal is something that I know a lot of people have had no problems with PayPal, but there is the issue where content creators, live streamers have been hit, where scammers will pay for like multiple gifted subs and do chargebacks. And of course, unfortunately with PayPal, you as the creator, you are on the hook for those chargeback charges. So that's one of the things. It's kind of, yeah, I have words about PayPal. But nice thing is, like with Twitch, you have to hit a certain number. You have to get an affiliate, and how many people are watching you at a particular time in a 30-day rolling in order to get emotes. But here you can, right off the bat, as soon as you create your account, get your things set up, your picture, your avatar, your whatever. Even before that, you have access to putting in emotes. Yeah, we definitely need Twitch competition. Yeah, Owncast. That's why I was looking at these two, because as you can see, I'm wearing the Owncast shirt. Is that these two up and coming places are a multi-channel live streaming place, which is completely different in how is set up and operates, because that's as you're seeing here, if you're watching on my Owncast server, Fox, one of our regulars that pops in. Um, I'm not part of a site that has multiple Owncast channels that you can view unless you go to the Owncast directory. So it's a little bit like these, but not like. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Your Pi is now on a 64-bit OS. Pain in the ass to get started since HDMI out wasn't working right. Had to do some trickery to get in. And oh yeah, you're still working on that Pi project. But yeah, I find that actually looking for any kind of alternatives. Yeah, the Owncast directory does need some work, but hopefully Gabe and get some people coming in to work, volunteers, and to contribute on that project. But the reason why I want to look at or get more people's eyes on these multi-channel not link directories, but services and platforms is yes, there might not be the cup of tea for you or certain other people, but it does fulfill a need for people who are not interested in creating their own Owncast server, but do feel the community aspect of actually joining a multi-channel live streaming service that is not Twitch or YouTube. So to offer LiveSpace and SharePlay is something that is much needed in this world of monopolies of Twitch and YouTube. And the actions of what happened today with Twitch laying off, or will be laying off, at least 35% of its remaining workforce is, people should not solely rely on Twitch as the only streaming platform. And it's a great thing that Twitch has finally joined the rest of society in the 2023, when they decided, oh yeah, you can multi-stream to other platforms while also streaming to the Twitch platform. That was something that needed to go a long time ago. But people need to realize that Twitch as it is may not be the same in the next couple of years when they first started, and they may not enjoy, streaming on the platform because there's so many changes, ads, cultural differences, that it's no longer, the fun place to be. Yeah, it'd be cool if they had APIs to get live channel versions. Yeah, external sites can host indexes that cover multiple platforms at once. Find what you like without. Yeah, exactly. That would be a perfect situation if there was a place that combined the channels from LiveSpace, Owncast, SharePlay, and whatever else might come down the line that is being worked on currently that we don't know about. That would be the perfect place. It'd be kind of like a platform agnostic. As long as you like the creator, what you're watching, that'd be the best thing ever. And now there've been some initiatives, and some people have started something similar to that. It's unfortunate they're having to rely on APIs of these places. I know for some time I was involved with a site called revolution.net. The guy who the two people who are running it, they're great people. The thing was that it was a plugin that they had on their Xenforo forum, but unfortunately that plugin requires access to APIs, and it was only for like Twitch, YouTube at the time. I think also Trovo. I think they were trying to get Kick support for API access or something. Yeah, exactly. It's just kind of like a spirit of Fediverse. Like you said, you don't care what planet it's from, right? But again, like I said, they're great people. It's just the fact that the plugin that they're using had to rely on APIs from these services, and the API that the plugins were only looking at, or the plugin that I was looking at was only from a few places. So I haven't checked back in with them. I know they're still going. It's just, it's going to take a lot of resources, and unfortunately, some money as well. Is unfortunately the root of all evils, is that money is required for any kind of project of that nature. And I know the people who are running Lightspace and SharePlay, they are wanting to get API access for all, or for interested parties, up quite soon. But their main primary focus is on making sure that their platforms and services are working and are stable enough to, you know, go from beta to, you know, gold. So that's the thing, is that unfortunately it's a step process. And we even look at it now, if you, the joke, especially with Kick, I really don't like discussing or talking about Kick all that much, but the thing is that API access is coming soon in 2 weeks. It's been 6+ months since they've been spouting that same line over and over again. And the running joke is, you know, we do the posting of the Total Recall, you know, 2 weeks. But it's just like that's a company that has the resources, but they don't see it as a I don't want to say that's, yeah, soon, right? Soon, TM. I don't want to say that's because they don't care about it. They probably do, but API does not generate money. It costs money. And they're at the point where they want as many people on Kick streaming, and especially trying to get more people to come into stake.com and do online gambling, crypto gambling. So, yeah, it's something that, you know, that's all I'm going to say about Kick. But yeah, going back to Lightspace, they are doing a lot of good things. Like, you can get your emotes all set, ready to go. You have your moderation. You get moderators. You can put them into place. Achievements, it's okay. It's nice. You can also have your community, see who you're following, who's following you. And the nice thing that they put in is that once you're done their VOD system, they had just released last week, I believe it was, that you can do custom thumbnails, similar to how you can on YouTube and PeerTube. Is when your VOD is done, you can also have it on your channel, and you can also post up a custom thumbnail for it. Now, that is something that a lot of places do not do, especially with VOD content. Because really, how many times, if you, this is hypothetical, if you go to Twitch and you want to watch your favorite streamer, but they're not online, okay, that's fine. Do you watch their VOD content on Twitch, or do you seek them out on YouTube? This is a hypothetical, I know. 9 times out of 10, you're going to go to YouTube. And I like to see Lightspace start implementing or adding a option for customized live stream custom thumbnails. That would be nice. That would be something that puts it as a differential from any other place so far. Not many places have done that. And SharePlay, I love you to do that as well. But SharePlay has more of like what's constantly rolling every couple seconds, similar to how Owncast. If you go into my Owncast, indiebasement.live, if you don't click the play button, it automatically shuffles, or it has like a slideshow of what has been going on in the stream. It's kind of like a dynamic slideshow. I don't know. I was trying to think of a different term for it, but nothing came to mind. So I like to see more of these custom, like, kind of quality of life things coming in. And a nice thing that they do have their API that they have associated with themselves. Unfortunately, with Streamlabs, we do have. I'm not very fond of Streamlabs as a company as a whole. It's okay, I can get over it, but they do have that, so they can have the follows and sub alerts, any kind of alert system. Another thing is that they have also integrated with Fourth Wall. Now, if you don't know about what Fourth Wall is, it's a great monetization system that, especially for merch and memberships. So I have a Fourth Wall. If you go to like twotonwaffle.com, it's all there. And you can set up your memberships so you can have access to Discord, because fortunately they don't have Gilded or anything else. Discord or nothing, right? So you can set up a membership through Fourth Wall to add a paid tier into your Discord channel or Discord server. Also, you can do sorts of other different things with Fourth Wall. So it's great. So if you go to my profile, my actual channel, so it has a link here or a tab for your shop. So that's all integrated into your channel. Twitch doesn't really have this. No, you have to use extensions, and it's a roundabout way of doing it. It's a crappy way. But here you have your shop tab. That is, if you are, any kind of monetization or anything like that, this is great. You can also set up, you can put in like photos. It has a tab for that. Videos, your recent streams. This is like your VOD display. So you can have it, as you saw here. If I go back to the dashboard, go to archive, I can turn these on and off so they'll be shown or not shown in my particular channel. And of course I can change the thumbnail and yada yada. But it's great to see that Livespace is providing not only just a live streaming platform. Yeah, you need gigabit fibers just to stream to all 27, right? I've done multi-streaming to all the platforms in the past. I streamed to, at the same time, Twitch, YouTube, Mixer, Facebook, and I think at the time Trovo. This before Mixer died. It was like a week or two before. It was interesting to say the least. But the thing is that, of course, you start compounding on all the different platforms, and you really start losing a couple things. It is complete madness. You are right. It is madness. Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. So that's why I wanted to bring this up to everyone, is that if you actually are looking for, something to say, hey, I like the community aspect of Twitch, but I don't like streaming to Twitch. What is there available for me? Well, there is SharePlay and there's Livespace that offer you this community feeling, but within multi-channel live streaming spaces. And it's something that really I would like to see these two places get some success. We tried, unfortunately, in the past, there's been initiatives. There was Glimish. That's another one I was streaming to at the time as well. Glimish failed because of mismanagement. I believe. Yeah, I know. It's the the trope of work laptops. Yeah. But yeah, it's something that we need more competition to places like YouTube and Twitch. And believe me, I love Owncast. I thoroughly love Owncast and what it stands for. But I understand that it's not for everybody. I understand that. There's like you, me, whoever's watching on the Owncast or will watch this later on that loves the Fediverse or any kind of open source kind of projects, that even then, oh, this is my laptop, not yours. But but even then, I understand that Omcast might seem daunting at first when you look at it. It's like, oh, I gotta do server hardware. I can't do that. All they gotta do for those people who that's no problem. That's okay. They're very comfortable in just inputting a stream key, the URL, signing into their account on this website, and hitting go live. That is perfectly a-okay. That's the great thing about the internet, is that there is something for everyone out there. Oncast is perfect for you, me, and many other people. But again, other side of the coin is that those people view Oncast as something to fear, unfortunately, until later down the line, it's like, oh, I was so silly. I don't know why I was so afraid of Oncast. It was or doing an install or I don't know what was going on in my mind. But that's okay. That's, like I said, that's the nice thing about the internet. Now, if you are wanting to look at this, I'll have the links to both SharePlay and LifeSpace, and of course my Oncast server and everything else, an edited version of this episode that will show up on the platforms tomorrow. Once I hit end and go put it through the editing process and all that goodness and encoding, the works. If you're a content creator, you kind of know what is involved in getting this stuff out there. But if you actually want to enjoy some more other stuff that I do, you might want to check out thisindiecreator.com. It's pretty much a forum that I have set up, a blog that is for all my blog postings. Also, we have a forum that is geared for more alternative platforms, content creators, independent creators, and also have a section for the indie game developers and gaming as well. It also has a section for, general whatevers that you can join in. But yeah, definitely join the community at thisindiecreator.com. And also have a newsletter I started. Just put out our second episode, or second edition. It's a monthly newsletter. I have a link. It'll be on the top of the page there once you go to the website. Excuse me. So definitely check it out at thisindiecreator.com. And be sure to follow this show on any kind of podcast player of your choice, because the audio version will also be out tomorrow. And we do this every other week right here, 9:30 p.m. on YouTube's and our indiebasement.live. If you want to catch or be part of the live streaming audience, as Fox and a couple other people were. If you just want to lurk, that's fine. Lurkers are welcome. If you want to chat, even better. It's up to you. I have no qualms. I'm not going to call out lurkers. Actually, I should turn that off on the Oncast where it calls out people who just join in. So I'll probably turn that off after I get done here. But I want to say thank you for coming out tonight, and see you next time here on the Independent Creator Podcast.